Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talk. So today I'm going to make up something that I love. I make these up from my time when I was working in Louisiana. I loved Boudin. This stuff is so good. Today I'm using basically an instant Boudin. It's already prepared. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these up and I'm going to make Boudin balls. And what I do is I'll make the balls and basically fill them with other stuff, whether that be cheese, jalapenos, green onions, different stuff that I like. I've also got some cream cheese. I'm going to put some cream cheese in them. I'm going to use some flour, egg, and breadcrumbs to coat the outside. And then after that, I'm going to come over here to my second love of my life, my cast iron frying pan. I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable oil and we're going to fry them up. And they are going to be delicious. So if you've never tried these, you got to check this recipe out. You're going to love it. And try this out at home and let me know what you think. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to prep up the peppers, the onions, and the cream cheese. That's going to be the center. And so I'm going to get cutting. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut off the roots, and I'm going to cut off about a ½ inch of the white. The reason I'm doing that, I'm actually saving the root system. That way I can plant these out back in my garden or in a pot or somewhere. That way I can basically have more grow down the road. There's no work involved. I'll just plant them, and that will be it. So, and then when you cut these up, go ahead and cut them small, and I'll show you what they look like once they're all cut up. So as you can see, I got them all kind of cut up small. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut up my habanero peppers. That's going to give it a little bit of a kick. If you don't like habanero peppers, you don't have to put them in. It's just something I want a little bit of a kick in there. That way when people try it, they're like, wow, you know, I want that kind of just wow effect. Okay, so with the peppers, when I cut the peppers up and I take the veins and the seeds out. I'm actually going to dice these up really small and mix them in with the green onions. But I wanted to kind of say that because if you really like the heat, then you can leave the veins in there and the seeds in there. If you're not a huge spicy fan like me, those of you that know me know I'm not super spicy, but I do like a little wow. I take mine out. So I do it the same way I do if I was doing my stuffed habanero peppers. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the bottom so you can actually go check out how to make the habanero peppers. They are delicious. Everybody that's had them always tells me how great they are. So you definitely got to try those too. But I'm going to keep cutting and I'll be right back. So there you have it. Them are all finely sliced up. You can see the little pieces. Now I'm just going to mix them in with the green onions. So there you have it. They're all mixed in there. The next thing I'm going to add, I'm going to put a little bit of fresh ground pepper, a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, and I'm going to put some of this McCormick's garden vegetable seasoning. This is so good. I really love McCormick's. I incorporate it in a lot of my cooking. I think I have probably every one of their products, but I really like it. So I'm going to put some of that, all three of them in there, and I'm going to get it mixed in. And then I'm going to add the cream cheese in there. I'm going to put 2 blocks of cream cheese, and I'm going to get it all mixed up. So now once you have everything in the bowl, the next thing you're going to have to do is mix it up. Now, I tend to wash my hands really well, and then I will mix it up by hand. For some people that just think that that's out there, you can use plastic gloves to do it, or you can mix it up with a spoon. It just takes longer. Or if you have one of them fancy food kitchen mates, that works great for mixing. But I'm going to mix this up by hand, and I'll be right back. So there you have, that's the inside that I'm going to put inside of the Boudin balls. I'm going to actually spoon this out now and make it into little balls. That way I can just drop them in the Boudin right off, and that way it will speed through the process as I'm doing it. If not, when you're making the Boudin balls, you can just take a spoonful out, put it in, and keep going. But I like to have everything all ready. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them into little balls, and I'll be right back. So there you have it. There's my finished balls. The next thing you can also do, if you didn't want to go through that whole process, you can actually pick out a cheese cube or cut your own from your favorite kind of cheese. I have these in the fridge, but I wanted to put them in the center of my Boudin balls. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is get your Boudin prepared. So I'm going to put these up for a few minutes in the fridge and get started on the Boudin. So the first thing you're going to do when you take the Boudin out of the box, this Boudin is going to be in basically sausage form. What we're going to do is we're going to cut down the sides of them, and we're going to take it out of the casing, and we're going to get it mixed up in the bowl. So I'll be right back. Okay, so once you use a sharp knife and you just put the line right down the casing, it'll tear right off just like that, and it comes off that easy. I'm going to throw this away, and I'm going to get this all broken down. That way I can make it into a ball form. So this is what it's going to look like once you get it out of the casing and you've broken it all up from its sausage form. Okay, so because my Boudin was a little bit dry, it wasn't really sticking together because of the kind, I ended up adding some eggs in with it. That way I could get kind of a sticky consistency. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take one of the cheese balls, or if you have cubes of cheese, you can use a cube of cheese, and you're basically going to make a patty with this, and you're going to put a cheese ball in the center. And when you're done, it's going to look something like this. Now, these aren't cooked yet. This is just what they're going to look like. And then, in the meantime, you're going to want some hot oil, some oil frying up good. As you can see right here, I got some oil going. It's not hot yet. I'm just now starting to heat it up. And then you're also going to want to get together. Okay, so now once you have the balls, you're going to have to roll them and get them ready to be fried. So the first step you're going to want to do, you're going to want to roll the balls in basically a flour and get it good and coated with the flour. And then after that, you're going to want to get it rolled up in an egg. The egg is going to make it kind of sticky, and then after that, you're going to end up wanting to coat it with breadcrumbs. And then it's just a matter, once you got it coated with breadcrumbs, you are ready to put it in the frying. You want to make sure your oil's nice and hot. That way, as soon as it goes in, you can fry it. And depending on the type of fryer, if you have like a fryer, I'm just using a cast iron pan. If you have one of the fancy fryers, those work great too, though. And then now mine, the way it's set up, like I said, I got to roll it in there and get it to fry. So I'm basically frying one side, and then I'll end up rolling it around and fry up the other side. And it don't take too long to fry these up. I mean, they fry up quick, so. Okay, so once they're all fried up, the next thing I do is I preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and I put them all on a cookie sheet or a pan or whatever you want to put them on, and you're going to end up basically, you're going to bake them in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. That's going to make it to where it's cooked all the way through. They are delicious. Now, if you're making a smaller ball, and basically you have a bigger fryer, then you don't have to do the baking process. The baking process is basically going to guarantee that it is cooked all the way through. So I'm going to get these in, and I will be right back. Oh my word, guys. These are just so delicious. So I just pulled them out. They are amazing. The cream cheese just melts in your mouth. I've already had a few. My son's had a few. They are so good. I really hope you guys like this recipe. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like and that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Once you do try it out, definitely come back here, leave me a comment. I love hearing what people thought of it when they've done it. And I really hope to see you guys again on Tsquare Talk. You guys have a great one. Take care, guys.